After doing retrospectives on most PS2 Tony Hawk's games, I've decided to continue with the skateboarding genre by doing a series on the Skate franchise. In this video, I'll be doing a retrospective on the latest Skate game as of the time of recording, Skate 3. The game which refined everything that we experienced in earlier titles and took us to a new destination for pure joy, online and offline. My name is OneHip, and thanks for clicking on this video. Thank you to those who've watched all or any of my retrospectives, and for those who are new, welcome. Anyway, let's go. By the turn of the 2010s, online play became ubiquitous with console gaming. Microsoft's Xbox Live, Sony's PlayStation Plus, and the Nintendo Network provided free, and in Microsoft's case at the time, paid and easy to obtain access to play certain titles with your friends and internet strangers, without using dongles, adapters, or any other peripherals to do this. After adding online play as a secondary feature to career mode in previous titles, EA went all in on the online play model with their next installment. A brand new and expansive city named Port Carverton offered the option to experience this vast sandbox either solo, locally, or online with others, with the seamless ability to swap between these states with a couple of presses of the controller buttons in the in-game menu. Skate 3 was released on May 11th, 2010 in the US and May 13th in Australia and Europe on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. The game was developed by EA Black Box, formerly known as Black Box Studios, and published by EA. Skate 3 saw a resurgence in popularity in the mid-2010s due to the game's humorous ragdoll physics and the many glitches that were discovered, including the infamous speed glitch, which I still can't nail after many times. It also has a very strong online community who still enjoy playing the game and showing footage of tricks and lines to this day. For my gameplay footage, I played the Xbox 360 version that I have a digital copy of on my Xbox Series S via backwards compatibility. Out of all the Skate games that I've played, Skate 3 was the one to properly introduce me to its signature flick-it controls and more grounded style of play later in life, compared to the Tony Hawk series that I grew up playing as a child and teenager. I've put in probably hundreds of hours into this game, so going in with a fresh save and viewing this title through the lens of an online reviewer was very intriguing to me. Skate 3 is set in a brand new and more skater-friendly city called Port Carverton, like I mentioned before. The signature flick-it controls return and feel much more refined than before, and for the first time in the series, you can select your difficulty. Easy makes it less likely for you to bail and more likely to land tricks. Normal is what is described as the standard skate experience, and hardcore makes shredding more realistic. For the review, I played in normal mode, but hardcore is an incredible experience as well, and it's well worth giving that one a go. If you want to muck around and make the game feel a little bit more arcadey, then easy mode will be your jam. You choose either low or high camera like Skate It and Skate 2, and you can select cameraman mode from Skate 2 with the lens filter if you wish. But I found the frame rate dipped when I did this. You can get off your board and walk around, which was introduced in Skate 2, and this mechanic feels a lot smoother and it's been refined like the controls. You can run really fast to build up speed before going onto your board and performing tricks. So at least this is a speed-based mechanic that I can actually do. Skate 3 incorporates team elements to its story, which I'll get to later, with you setting up your own skate brand with your playable teammates as you progress through career mode. You see billboards displayed with your brand, as well as ads and stickers posted throughout the city as you play through the story. You receive tips from Coach Frank during loading screens and in some of the earlier challenges. Port Carverton is a skater's paradise, and the security guards in this game guide you to good spots, rather than clobber you like in earlier titles. In this somewhat lawless environment, you can hit NPCs with your board or with your fists, and the more times you hit them, the angrier they get. If you hit them enough times, they'll retaliate by either hitting you back and making you bail, or using a taser, which does the same thing. New challenges introduced to the series include Own the Lot, where you do a series of challenges in one area to own it, as well as One Up, a replacement for Skate where you have to beat your opponent's total score rather than match their single trick, and Domination. There are also many team challenges like team photo and film shoots, where you or your teammates can place a camera and perform tricks in front of it to gain board sales, as well as team competitions and team races. Other traditional challenges like jams, death races, and film and photo shoots return. You can own individual spots across the map if you meet the minimum requirements, or kill them if you exceed the objectives. Being online in the game earns you more board sales for challenges, usually a couple thousand more than usual. Session markers return where you can place a marker, and if you bail or want to try a line again, you can respawn there instantly. You unlock pros to call on for free skate or for sessions, and you also unlock their branded merch as you do their pro challenges. There is no main menu splash screen like before, rather the menu pulls up when you press pause while you're in the game. I'm guessing that this was done so you could go online or offline right away without going out of the game to do this. Hall of Meat returns with many different poses you pull off to earn points while you bail. You can toggle Hall of Meat mode on or off when you bail outside of these challenges, which is a nice feature, as in other games it can get a bit tiresome seeing it nearly every time you bail. Hall of Meat also form challenges where you earn as many points as you can with variables like speed, body damage and distance playing a part to increase your score. I really enjoyed this mode, and I played quite a few challenges. You can log into EA Nation either when the game starts up or when you pause the game. And stupidly, I didn't renew my Xbox Game Pass subscription, so I was unable to review the online segments of the game, which was quite the bummer. But I'll talk about online features of the game later. Port Carverton is a massive open world with many different areas, all very unique to each other. The main areas include the University District, full of banks and open areas, District, which has many rails and ledges, the Industrial District, which is a mix of the two, Coach Frank's Skate School, which is the tutorial area, many customizable levels called Skate.Parks, and Maloof Money Cup and Black Box Park, which you unlock during the story. DLC maps include the Art Gallery from San Vanalona, Maloof Money Cup 2010 NYC, and Danny Way's Hawaiian Dream, with an emphasis on vert and big air like other Danny Way themed maps in the series. You can drop in assets like kickers and rails to modify any area of the map to make your own spots. And for certain parks, you can customize them to suit your liking, and even share them and play yours as well as others online. I still believe that Skate 2's rendition of San Van is the best map in the series, but Port Carverton is also very fun to cruise around it. It's always sunny and positive vibe makes it a great place to get lost in and find good spots to shred. Or you can make your own with the in-game object dropper. There are lots of places for street and vert skating and many big air spots if you're into that. In another live-action intro, you watch the antics of workers and residents of Port Carverton, a city that embraces skateboarding. A freshly manufactured board by the skate company Video Skateboards is delivered to your skater, The Legend, to prepare for your stunt where you literally jump a shark at Hartley Stadium in the University District. You bail and get badly injured, losing your endorsement deal. You regain consciousness and Rita returns and suggests you create your own board company by completing different challenges around Port Carverton. He says that he'll take care of all the business related stuff. You pick a name and logo for your company. I saw 2 bones on one of them, so I went with that, as I thought it'd be appropriate for my name. You name and customize your skater and do a training session with Coach Frank at his skate school, which is optional. You follow Rita to get a feel for the area and you perform your first photo and film shoots at the university. You and Rita meet up with Shingo, who becomes your new filmer, and you follow him to the Chan Center. Rita passes the torch, or in this case the camera, to Shingo, and he becomes your new cameraman. Shingo invites you to the training center, which serves as a tutorial for customizing parks and moving items around. You meet with Atiba and a Thrasher magazine photographer, and perform your first Thrasher and mag shoots and earn some coverage and make your first board sales. Rita calls you to let you know that every challenge you do will help with sales, and you're pretty much free to do any challenge you want in any order you see fit. You do more challenges and sell more boards, and you reach the 15,000 milestone and find your first teammate for the brand. Your teammate does a photo shoot and Rita puts it up on a billboard, the first of many that you get in this game. You unlock more challenges like Hall of Meat and Death Race, among others. You reach the 50,000 milestone, and Rita says that you have a team HQ in the industrial area, which is also customizable. You do more challenges and reach the 100,000 milestone and unlock the Maloof Money Cup arena, as well as another teammate for the brand. You then reach 300,000 boards and you unlock Downtown Plaza and select your 4th teammate. You win the Maloof, Vert and Money Cups and gain more sales and popularity as you do more challenges. You reach 600,000 board sales and add 1 more to your squad, and you win the Goofy vs Regular competition, with you partnering up with pros depending on your stance. You also get on the covers of the Mag and Thrasher after several photo shoots, including jumping the shark successfully as a bit of redemption. You complete more challenges and make 1 million board sales. You unlock the monster contest in Hartley Stadium, which you take part in. When you win, you unlock this arena as a customizable park, the biggest one in your inventory. You get a high-selling skate brand, and the legend of San Vanalona and now Port Carverton lives on. And you're free to continue doing challenges both online and offline if you wish to do so. As well as career mode, you can also free play with no missions and custom options, as well as watch replays of lines and tricks you've recorded, and do tutorials for the controls. You unlock items like decks and clothing among other things as you progress through your career. Customization is excellent and the most in-depth it's been in the series so far, with the ability to customize your own character and your teammates that you unlock during career mode. There's plenty of real and generic branded clothing items and skate decks to choose from. You can also play as different story and pro skaters, and you unlock some throughout the campaign. I mentioned earlier that I couldn't review the online features of the game as I didn't renew Xbox Game Pass at the time of recording, but when you do play online, however, you can play with your friends or strangers in different modes, as well as being able to free skate solo or online around the map as either the legend, a brand teammate, or a pro that you unlock during the story. You can open the replay editor at any time to view, edit, and upload your footage by pressing the select button on your controller. Party play returns with up to 4 players locally, where you can play modes like I mentioned earlier. A trick guide once again appears to help you understand how to perform tricks, and for those who wish to refine their skills, an optional manual meter and trick analyzer can be activated. New skaters in this franchise include another Tony Hawk's alumni, Andrew Reynolds, as well as Lizard King and Mark Appleyard. You can unlock secret characters like the Deer Man of Dark Woods, Meat Man, and Dem Bones. Skate 3 continues the tradition of an eclectic mix of songs in its soundtrack, with notable songs like Debaser by Pixies, Dead End Friends by Them Crooked Vultures, and Bloodstains by Agent Orange. This song had an alternative version in the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 soundtrack. You can skip and restart tracks from the beginning in the quick options menu, and the game also employs songs being activated when you're in spots, rather than as you approach them like previous titles. I loved when you're in competitions and you can hear the songs come from speakers. It's a very nice touch. NPC voiceovers are fine, and the skateboarding sound effects sound good as always. With its more online approach and a brand new expansive city to explore, its refined controls and mechanics, vast customization options for merch, parks and skate assets, and its accessibility options like difficulty modes, Skate 3 is an absolute joy to play and well worth experiencing if you haven't done so already. The story felt very tacked on due to the clear focus on getting players online to do challenges, but as an open world skateboarding sandbox with an extensive amount of options you can choose to tailor the experience to suit you, you can't do any better than this game in my opinion. You can buy the physical version secondhand, digitally as a separate purchase, or as part of EA Play, which is included with Xbox Game Pass. If you made it to the end of this, thank you so much for watching my skate retrospectives. What do you think of Skate 3? Do you agree or disagree with anything I said? What are your opinions on the game? Are you looking forward to the next skate game being released later this year? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching, and please be sure to watch my previous retrospectives if you haven't already. Be sure to like this video and share it with those who may enjoy this kind of content. Subscribe so you don't miss out on any gaming content on this channel. There are now memberships on this channel for a very low monthly price with some perks for those who join, but there's no pressure to sign up, of course. My name is One Hip, and you have a good one. Bye!